Hello everyone, my name is Mara, and today's case is about Amber Wilde, who was 19 years old and 4.5 months pregnant when she went missing from Green Bay, Wisconsin in September of 1998. And just a quick reminder before I get started, that I always try to do the best research and get the most accurate information I can for every single case that I cover. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's case. Amber Lynn Wilde was born on March 26th of 1979. She was said to be very family-oriented, and anytime there was a family event, she was always there. Amber was also said to be very dedicated and smart. She grew up in Campbellsport, Wisconsin, and attended Campbellsport High School. Before graduating, she also took classes at the University of Wisconsin. And in 1997, she graduated from high school. And she went to community college with a full scholarship. She was studying pre-medicine, and her goal was to become a pediatrician. And for most people, it takes up to 2 years to finish an associate degree, but she finished it in just 1 year. After finishing her associate degree, Amber then transferred to the University of Green Bay. She was living in an apartment alone on the east side of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Amber was also 4.5 months pregnant and was due in February of 1999. The father of the baby's name is Matthew Schneider, but he was engaged to a woman named Heidi, and he did not want his fiancée to find out about Amber's pregnancy. Amber had wrote in her diary that Matthew was furious about the pregnancy and that he wanted her to terminate the pregnancy, but she refused. And Amber also had a very supportive family. They offered to help her with the baby and to watch the baby once it was born so she could finish school. So now let's go to September 23rd of 1998. This day, Amber was involved in a minor car accident where she rear-ended another car, but she did end up hitting her head on the windshield of her vehicle. On this day, Amber called her father, Steve, and told him that she had been in a car accident. She also told him that she went to the university medical staff because she had a headache, and they told her she probably had a concussion and that someone should call and check on her. So Steve continued to call her throughout the day and into the evening to check on her and make sure she was okay. The last time he spoke to her was that evening, September 23rd of 1998, around 7 p.m. on her apartment landline. And the next day comes September 24th of 1998, and Amber did not show up for her 1 p.m. class. She also had scheduled an eye doctor appointment, and she did not show up for this appointment either. Her missing class and an appointment that she had scheduled was very out of character for her. And Steve had called her multiple times to check on her, but he was not receiving any answer. So he then drove to her apartment to check on her. He found out that she was not in the apartment and that her car was not there. So he went ahead and called the police and filed a missing persons report. Police decided to start their investigation with interviewing Matthew Schneider, who is the alleged father of her unborn baby. When talking to the authorities, Matthew said that he had never slept with Amber, that he barely knew her and they had met at a restaurant, and that they only had talked maybe 2 times. They also found out about Matthew being engaged, and he told them that his fiancée, Heidi, knew about Amber and the pregnancy, but she said that she believed that Amber was making this all up. But when police checked Matthew's phone records, there had been around 60 calls between him and Amber from the time they met until she went missing. And by October of 1998, Matthew stopped cooperating with the police. Then, a few weeks after Amber disappeared, her car, a dark gray 4-door 1988 Subaru GL with license plate X5725T was found. It was unlocked and abandoned in the parking lot of a sports bar in Green Bay. At the scene, there was no sign of Amber, but her purse and cell phone were locked inside the trunk. The car keys were in the ignition, and the driver's side seat was pushed all the way back, which could indicate that somebody taller drove the vehicle. It's also believed the car was not parked there this whole time, because there was about 600 extra miles that were not accounted for on the car. Between 1998 and 2007, several ground searches were conducted, but sadly they were unsuccessful and did not bring them any closer to where Amber was or what happened to her. And in 2015, police subpoenaed for Matthew's phone records. Then in 2016, these records were made public. It referred to Matthew as a suspect in Amber's disappearance. Then in 2017, FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit reviewed Amber's case, and Green Bay police said the unit's suggestions were very helpful. But nothing else has come from this review since. And at this point, detectives do say that they are close to solving Amber's case. They just need one more little piece. But so in my opinion, I think it's pretty clear about who's possibly involved in her disappearance. And I get that they want to have all the details, I'm sure, wrapped up and ready to go if they do arrest him. I even believe that maybe Heidi is involved in this somehow. But either way, Amber deserves justice. And not even just her, but her unborn baby. If you know anything or have any details about what happened that day, or that could help authorities make an arrest, please speak up. I'm going to leave all the phone numbers in the description box down below. And if you have any other details or theories that I left out, just comment them down below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you'll comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye. 19-year-old Amber Wilde went missing from Green Bay, Wisconsin on September 23rd of 1998. She had brown hair and brown eyes. She was 5 feet 6 inches tall and was a Caucasian female. Both of her ears had been pierced 8 times, and at the time of her disappearance, she was 4.5 months pregnant.